Hey guys, what's up? My name is Crazy Jester, and what's up, everybody? I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. My name is Chris Jester, and today I'm gonna be reviewing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. Now I've played this game a couple times, but I think it's high tide we go and review it. So let's get right into it. So we're gonna start off with the story mode, and then go into multiplayer. Just talk about if they're good or not. First things first, you need to select your hero. Now there are 7 total heroes that you can play as: Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael, Donatello, April, and Splinter. You can also play as Casey Jones when you beat the game. I have beaten the game in in arcade mode, so unfortunately I don't have him unlocked. Anyways, basically, as you can see under them, there are these stars. These stars are actually like stats, and it ranges from 1 star being low to 3 star being high, and then 2 is middle or medium. For example, Leonardo is a all-around. He is good at everything. He has medium range, medium speed, medium power. Range is how far you can hit, speed is how fast you can hit, and power is how hard you hit. Michelangelo is the speedster of the group, of the 4 turtles. Although his range is pretty shit, he makes up for it in extreme speed and medium damage. Raphael has terrible range, but makes up for it in doing the most damage and having a medium speed. Donatello has the highest range out of the turtles, and I believe the highest range in total, like out of all the characters, except when he ties with Casey Jones. He has very low speed but has medium power. April O'Neil is the April O'Neil is the combo person of the group. If you want fast power-ups, which I'll get into later, you want April O'Neil. Does not do much damage, but attacks very fast and has medium range. And Splinter attacks really slow. Basically, kind of the flipped version of Raphael in terms of having better range, but attacks slower, but has max damage. Casey Jones has high range, medium speed, and medium power, making Casey Jones the best character in terms of stat points. I guess we'll play as Raphael. I like playing as Raphael. Anyways, from here what you're going to see is you're going to go to an overworld, and this overworld you can pick certain missions. Each time you complete a mission, a new mission will unlock and you can go. What you've noticed, and probably noticed while I was looking through the characters, was the numbers. Those numbers correspond to your character level. Each time you can level up by gaining points and XP, and every time you do, you gain a stat boost, whether it be extra ninja bars, extra health, or more starting lives, which is incredibly helpful moving on to the missions, as you're probably going to need them. While the 3 stats that the turtles get will never change, so Raphael will never get strong, April will never get stronger, and Raphael will never get better range, the extra lives and the extra use of power bars is going to be extremely useful. Let's click on a mission. This is Mall Meltdown. This is going to be your episode 6, so you're level 6. There are 15 in total, with level 15 having 4 boss fights, which is a lot of fun. So as you're going to tell, it's your standard baddie bash. You just go in, eliminate enemies, and what you're going to notice, if you see on the top, is that points. Each time you get 100 points, you get a new level. I believe it's every 100. But also, you can see that blue bar. That's the ninja bar. If I do a taunt, that bar will go up. Now, level 1, you're only going to get 1 bar. So I can't get 1 bar. But when you're level 10, like my Donatello is, you get up to 3 bars. And those can be used to unleash master attacks, your ninja attacks, which can do pretty much like this and is extremely useful. I've always found this type of game extremely fun because I love just beating up bad guys. I've always found it just enjoyable. I mean, it's a good stress reliever. There are other moves you can do, such as your L1 trigger being useful. Your L1 trigger being extremely useful in multiplayer only, though. L1 against a player that's still alive will cause you to take damage, but you donate those 2 health bars. Oh, there you go. You can see that. And now watch ninja bar. So watch the level 1, and now it's going to turn level 2. It's turning green. Doesn't mean anything. Just the color doesn't mean anything. It just means you get another bar. It's a more visual thing that tells you have a second bar. Anyways, back to what I was talking about beforehand. What you're going to notice is that in multiplayer, you have the opportunity to heal people and revive people. If a turtle or if another hero such as April, Casey, or Master Splinter do take too much damage, they will go into a downed mode. In this down mode, there's a 10-second timer, in which case one of the turtles or player can run over and revive the teammate. This will allow them to come back in with half health and will not cost one of their lives. If you look at the top left, right next to my portrait, you're going to see that X3. That X3 are the lives that I was talking about beforehand that you can gain more from leveling up. If other players fail to revive you, or if you fail to revive another player within that time limit, that number will go down. After 3, you get 2 continues. So basically, you get 9 lives in total. Once you lose all 9 lives, it's over for you. In story mode, it's a little bit different, or in solo or in story mode, it's a little bit different, as those 3 lives are just your 3 lives. In arcade mode, you do get those 2 continues, but in story mode, you only get 3 lives. So just keep in mind, arcade is an arcade style where you get continues like if you're putting in new quarters. Story mode doesn't give you that option. You only get the 3 lives. In arcade mode, it is very important that you actually don't level up in arcade mode. Instead of gaining character levels in arcade mode, every time you earn a set amount of points, you gain an extra life, which is again incredibly important too. Just note that in arcade mode you don't level up, but instead gain extra lives. Now, I want to get into the multiplayer in a little bit, but there's just a little bit more I want to go over real quickly before I do so. That being the music. Now, I know I've played some of the music beforehand, and let me just say, the music is incredible. I have the same thing to say with the 2003 version, in which case the music was just incredible, and this game is no different. Just listen to the music. Let me turn on the volume.
I am one tired turtle.
I forgot to unmute my microphone, but I've been talking for a while. Basically, the boss fights aren't too... Basically, what I was saying is the boss fights aren't too difficult as long as you can register and understand them and understand how they work. Now, arcade. It doesn't matter what you choose. Oh yeah, you get these little cutscenes, tutorials, and tell you how to play and all that stuff. It's pretty nice. But once you learn, it's not that useful. Anyways, so once you press find players, you're gonna find these. Now I could go into this one, but I feel like this would be just asinine to go into, which is why I'm gonna go into it. I'm gonna show you exactly the issue I have with this game, or with multiplayer, and you'll see very quickly why it's an issue. So, I mean, this part's fine. I mean, the boss fights are okay, but you can already like kind of see the issue already, and that's just that it's absolute mayhem. Keep in mind I'm April O'Neil, so I'm the one in the yellow. So if you want to look at my my life points or whatever at all, just keep watch over the right side. But anyways, let's get into exactly what the hell is wrong with multiplayer, and we're about to find it in just a second. Just give it a moment. If this guy will accept it so we can move on. Thank you. I guess I could probably tell you, because I've already shown all this. The main issue that I have with this is how fucking insane the screen is most of the time. Most of the time it's okay. Sometimes, or not most of the time, but sometimes everything's fine. Unfortunately, you get scenes like this where at least my ADHD does not allow me to understand what the fuck is going on. There is so much shit going on my screen right now. The screen shakes and everything. There probably is a much better way to go about playing this. There's probably some settings that I've missed. However, the fact that this is what the game looks like is insane. As much as I love the fact that this is 6-player and you can have 6 players on at a time, the issue lies with the fact that you can't tell what's going on. There are bodies flying everywhere, there are just colors all over the place, you'll lose your character half the time, and the issue is that you don't know who the fuck you are half the time. I can't tell you how many times I've played as Raphael or another turtle, and then I end up somehow looking at the wrong turtle and trying to play as a wrong turtle. For example, I'm playing as Donatello, I'll somehow end up trying to play as Leonardo because I just lose track of my character and I find the nearest turtle to just play as, and I'm not exactly sure why I do that. Unfortunately, it's just one of those things that it might be just my ADHD. I'm not entirely sure. However, when a game causes this much confusion, it's just not fun. Don't get me wrong, this game is incredibly fun. I love the multiplayer, I love playing with everyone. I love finding a community that loves this game as much as I do, so we can all play. It's extremely fun. However, if I can't see and understand what's going on at my screen, there is no fun to be had. It's just confusion. See, it would have been easier if your character got an outline of the color of your character. What you're gonna notice is that on the screen, on those colors, those outlines are all different colors. Donatello's is purple, Master Splinter's is pink, Raphael's is red, Mikey's is orange, Leonardo's is blue, April's is yellow, and then Casey Jones has teal as his color. And what would have been super nice is if if your character got an outline of the color that you're playing as, you know, not having April O'Neil as color red, but having April O'Neil as color yellow, or having Donatello has a purple outline that can be seen through enemies and other players. That way you don't lose track of who you are and where you are on the screen. Because let me tell you how many times I've lost where I am and have died or gone down because of it. It's actually kind of upsetting because it's way too many for me, and way too many for me to care to admit. Like even now, I'm getting completely lost. I don't know, like I can tell where I am right now, but when I get into the thick of things, I just lose any sense of self. Again though, I want to preface by saying that doesn't make this game bad at all. I still love this game. The multiplayer could have just been improved upon is all. I still think this game is one of my favorite beat 'em ups that I've ever played. Not just because it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but because of just how fun everything is. The music is incredible, and I just wish things could have been polished.
I am the Rat King. You're trespassing on royal ground. Dude, you wear 2 bandanas?
However, I would like to just quickly say as well that this review is by no means should be taken as the gospel. I also want to preface that I have ADHD, and so my issue probably lies within the fact that I get fixated on one thing, and if I lose track of that, I get fixated on something completely different. So I'm not sure how much an outline would help me in the grand scheme of things, as considering the fact that the screen shakes like a motherfucker, and everyone has color attacks, and the screen lights up every time someone does a super. So again, I'm not entirely sure how useful it would be. I'm just going to say it. I don't know how to fix the problem and to fix my fixation. I don't think I could. So I don't fault the game for it, because I wonder, and I probably is, the fact that the issue lies within me. But anyways, that's about it for the review. It's not a very big review. I'm not very good at reviews. I just wanted to say that this game is pretty nice. The multiplayer could have some fixes to it. Could have changed for quality of life. But really, truthfully, this game is perfect in every aspect for what I wanted to see in a fighting game. My favorite characters? Oh, there's Casey Jones right there. Oh, Raphael's just dead. Okay, he actually just died. Yeah, see what happens if you run out of continues and run out of lives. You just die, and you have to sit there and watch. Oh, he left. But you can see Casey Jones is teal. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all later. Peace out.